Welcome back to another episode of Recovery Life. My name is Latoya, and we are back. I have a special guest today, and I'm going to let her introduce herself to you. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Will you tell our viewers a little bit about yourself and who you are?
My name is Sheri. I'm from this area, and I am in recovery. I have a year sober this week. I've struggled with addiction on and off for years, putting together some good amounts of clean time, and then something traumatic will happen, and then I'll go off the wagon. But back on the band right now, so.
I'm glad to hear that. So just in that brief introduction, you said some pretty important things. So what you said some traumatic things happen. So what do you think you could have had in your life, knowing now with a year of coping skills that may have helped, if anything?
For me would be staying around the women, a lot of therapy. Therapy was made a huge difference for me this time. I've never stayed consistent with therapy. I've always found reasons something was always more important. And so it left me in my own mind, and that always causes problems.
It sure does. They tell us to stay out of our own mind unless we want to be lonely in the playground, right? That's a lonely playground.
That
is
is
up there,
a
right?
lonely one.
You just playing with yourself. That's what happens, and we end up really needing a therapist.
It's like that metal toy they had when we were kids.
Yes.
You got all beat up on.
That's the one, and we kept going back.
Get
Get on it first, like we could try it differently. Just craziness we do. But when you said that, it made a lot of sense. Like talking about therapy, a lot of times we are like, why are we so against therapy? Like, what is it about therapy that makes people feel like, I don't want to say that out loud? Like, it's like, no therapy.
I don't know. For me, I think it was always just very scary being honest with one person. And for me, drudging up all that garbage, I always just kind of wanted to keep it stuffed down, keep it down. Always thought that it wasn't really that important. Mm-hmm. But in reality, it was very important, all that stuff, even from childhood, who's turned me into the person that I am today, or was. Bad behaviors, stuff like that, always just kept me sick.
So when you're talking, just for a person who would never know they're new, when you're talking to someone about yourself for the first time, how long does it take you to actually warm up to a person that is on the other side of that?
It used to take me a long time. I think a lot of times is this, being able to feel comfortable enough to talk to someone, maybe someone else that can understand. I've gotten to the other side of that where I'm able to open up with other women that maybe need someone like me to open up to. So it's taken a lot of me getting better in order for me to be able to help somebody else.
I like that. I love that. So me watching you and watching your walk, you're like one of the most amazing, strongest women that I know. You have a lot of gifts to offer as far as spiritual and just being empathetic and compassionate to other people. How hard is that to be when you're going through your own life circumstances and someone else needs something? What is that like for you?
Sometimes it can be a little difficult. I do have to sometimes reach down inside and remind myself that this person might need it more than me right now. Every morning when I wake up, I have to put on my game face. Mm-hmm. You know, I say enough is enough. We're not gonna do this today. We're not gonna be depressed. We're not gonna feel bad about myself, or we're just gonna, like I used to, lace up my boots and keep it moving.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. Your story is one to be heard. There's so many people that are going to get a lot from this here today. I would like for you to, what was it like the day before you decided to surrender this time?
It was really bad, Latoya. I always thought that I was depressed or, something was going on. But after getting sick, and then turning to alcohol because I was so depressed. Like, I was talking to my husband last night, like, we were talking about it, how I didn't want to live, and I really did not want to live. I would just pick up that gallon of vodka and chug it and go back to sleep. I mean, just literally taking the blankets and doing this, and just not even wanting life in general, just wanted it to just disappear. So the day before, I don't even really remember how I got back here, but I must have told someone in the hospital, this is where I need to be. I didn't even remember. I woke up at Fuller. I don't even remember getting there. But I was grateful to be there. I was still very sick, and I kept telling myself, just 5 more minutes, Sheri. 5 more minutes, because when I got there, I was just learning how to walk. I had only worn my leg maybe 3-4 times. I was in the wheelchair for a year. So I was battling a lot of obstacles when I got there. But I just kept saying, just hold on, And I would have my weak moments where I'd call my husband and say, just please come get me. I can't do this. I have to drink. And he wouldn't. And unfortunately, I couldn't walk to the package store because
Well, fortunately.
Right.
Not
Fortunately.
unfortunately.
Yes, fortunately.
You couldn't walk.
I couldn't get there. So I 24 hours, minute at a time. When I say a minute at a time, I mean a minute at a time. That was the hardest of getting sober that was the hardest for me that I've ever endured in my life. But I'm just so grateful that I held on.
I am too.
Thank you.
I am too. You have so much to offer. And, to talk about the day before and not remembering and just having pieces of when you're already in the midst of a surrender, kind of like a forced surrender. And then you just say, oh, hell, whatever. Let's just try this shit and see if it works, right? And then you look around and you see things coming together. They're different. They look different. Things feel different. I remember when you were struggling, with your new leg, and you were, a little upset about that. And I said a little upset because I don't want to put big name on something that we can handle today, right?
Right.
So now, what does gratitude look like for you?
It's huge. I'm grateful for the little things now. Like I cannot even tell you how good it feels to just be able to get to the bathroom by myself without crawling. I am so grateful that we've been able to get me mobile where I can shower by myself now. I can dress myself. I can blow dry my hair. I can do my makeup. I'm grateful that I'm able to do laundry again or be able to be a wife again, because for so long he was taking care of me and I was just a mess. But I'm just grateful that every morning I wake up, that I'm able to stand up and look at this day that we have in front of us, the sun shining, the warm weather, my kids, my grandsons. I mean, I don't know, I took so much for granted before where I just said, well, they're my kids, of course they love me. But they do love me. And I am a good mom today.
Yes, you are.
And I may not be the best in some areas, but I'm a lot better than I was.
That's right. And They talk about alcohol, and because it's such a acceptable part of the disease of addiction, that they almost separate it from other drugs, and it's not supposed to be, because it's one of the most vicious parts of the disease that there is alcoholism. Because if a person were to be on crack cocaine or heroin or pills, and we were at Thanksgiving dinner, for example, and they were to light up a crack pipe, grandpop and grandma gonna see that happen, right? They're not gonna let that light will not, like, it would not get lit.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But if you were to pick up that glass of wine,
That is okay.
it is okay. And they have no idea what destruction just took place in that beautiful glass that they put out only for Thanksgiving holidays.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But the destruction, because the disease will tell you that you still have a house, you still have a car, you still have people that love you, you're not as bad as them.
Right.
Tell me what that, have you ever had that experience where you didn't think you were as bad as the others or someone else in active addiction?
Yeah, well, it's just like us going fishing. Let's fill the cooler. Everybody, let's jump on the boat. We're gonna go fishing. I'm gonna do my shots. It's okay. We're fishing. We're out on the water. We're having a great time, and it's okay to do in front of people. You know what I mean? And nobody knows exactly how lit you're getting.
Right.
Before you
Right. Till your boat is flipped over.
Yeah.
And the Coast Guard gotta come get you. And they say, well, maybe we shouldn't have rented that boat.
Yeah. Shit. There's only a foot of water there.
Right. I'm okay. It's a beautiful thing to be able to laugh about this, but it is a painful experience to be going through.
Yeah.
Right? But to
Yeah.
be able to get to the other side and laugh about it is an amazing thing. So what is it like when you actually laugh sometimes and realize you're laughing through the pain and you've made it past the moments?
It's a beautiful feeling, because a lot of times I can be very sarcastic, and my humor gets me through stuff. I like to joke about stuff.
I know, because now I'm tickled.
But it's the way that I work through it, because I say to myself, wow, Cher, you must have looked really good that day. Like on our honeymoon at Disney on my scooter with my little backpack in the basket. But in that was a big bottle of vodka. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So did I look like a normal person? I looked like a normal handicapped person, but nobody knew how loaded I was, And every month I was slowly killing myself more and more, because I would land up in the hospital and with organ failure. And then I would get out, and then I would start drinking again. And I had it timed. I knew I had exactly 3 weeks to drink that vodka before I started puking again. Once I couldn't handle the food, I knew I had to go back to the hospital. But I was in such a, I have never in my life shut my phone off on my children. I shut my phone off for months. And they would show up at the house banging on the doors, and I wouldn't answer. I didn't want them to see how bad I was. I don't remember a lot. I am just grateful that last time in the hospital, somebody said something, or I just had enough of, having these hospital stays for 15 months every month, or, oh, here she is again. Mm. But them not really understanding the pain I was going through, that I was trying to work through, to get where I am today, to be okay with being an amputee now. And that was very difficult to get through. And because it was my self-image, I wasn't, I always imaged myself on who I was. I was a strong woman. I worked construction. I had my own business. I you know, I was like a super mom, you know, and then I woke up in the hospital and I said, well, who am I now? And I just, you know, I gained all this weight. I couldn't walk. It was just a lot to work through. But now I'm walking. I go to the gym. I lost the weight. I feel better about myself. I'm healthy now. I just had to get through that storm. That was a bitch of a storm.
That's right. And the storm is created by ourselves.
Yes.
And they say there's two sick and tired. They say you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And the second sick and tired is me.
Yes.
I'm sick and tired of me. Of saying, like, I'm tired, I'm sorry, I don't want to do this anymore. That's okay. The only person that's listening is your alcohol. It's the only person that's listening. That's the only thing that can hear that anymore, because at some point the family is like, we're sick of listening to this. Like, you're dying in front of us and we're dying watching you.
Yes.
You know? And then the beautiful thing about the whole situation is I'm getting to watch you grow and recover in so many different areas of your life, like physically, emotionally, and mentally. You are evolving, like, right in front of me. Like, I'm watching you, you know, and I watched you smile when it hurts for you to smile. You know, I watched you make it through some stuff that you cut yourself off from sharing out loud a couple of times to let you know. And I always pay attention because you kept pushing and you kept coming.
Yeah.
You kept pushing and you kept, even when you would cut yourself off from saying too much, you kept coming. You know, you kept pushing and you kept coming. And when you're getting to that place of, when you're getting comfortable, God of your understanding pushes you somewhere else to make sure you don't get comfortable like that anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So what are you doing to make sure you don't get comfortable?
Well, I reach out to women all the time, like, even if it's a hello, you know, I keep myself so involved, you know, even if it's a little hello or just a good morning or just staying around the strong women, being a part of, showing up to the meetings, never saying no. That keeps me accountable, because I'll tell you, all week I was scared.
You wasn't scared.
I was like, oh my gosh. But I showed up.
That's right.
You know, and
It's not that bad, is it?
No, it's not. But yeah, and showing up for my therapy appointments, and you know, making sure that I keep getting well and better, and not getting comfortable with being comfortable.
That's right. And your story is being written. What part of the story is Sheri on right now?
I am on, I'm ready to have my own little garden again. You know, I'm ready to be in my own space. I'm happy that I'm able to be there for others now. My story, I'm a mom, grandma, you know, I'm able to show up today. And I just want to keep showing up. Yeah, but I'm ready for my own garden.
And you're going to get that too.
Yeah.
It's funny because I was looking at all of these trees they got back here, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're not real. But every time I come, there's another tree. What's that about, Reggie? There's another tree over here. But I like it, right? Because we like new life.
Yes.
We like new life. And so your garden would give you something to bring to life and to watch it grow. And also you're going to be growing while it's growing, right?
Right.
So that is something that I have learned over time, is that we have to have something just for us.
Yes.
What do you do for your you time?
Well, right now I have a bunch of plants that I nurture every day. I go to the gym. I put my headphones on. I take care of what I need to take care of so I can get stronger physically. I spend time with my grandkids now. You know, my daughter's graduating from 8th grade. Things are going to be turning around. You know, my other 2 daughters, one's amazing mom who's struggling with her own mental health right now. So I want to be able to help guide her too. She took a lot of the brunt of everything growing up. She was the oldest, so she was expected to take care of. I put too much responsibility on her and not let her grow. So we're trying to work through that. My middle daughter, she's doing her thing. And I don't want to minimize her, because I've done that in the past too, because she's strong like me. You know, and I've always said she's going to be okay, but she needs extra nurturing too.
Yes.
So I'm able to be there today. And to me, being there for my children, my grandchildren, having my little garden, going out to having a date night with my husband.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Those are my important things that I'm able to do today.
And show up, and those are very, very important things to do, is to create time that means something, that matters. Because nowadays in this world that we live in, people are into financial things and things. Vacations and moments that you spend together with people you love are a lifetime. It's a legacy. Like every chance I get, me and my husband go somewhere, I'm posting what we're doing. Never things like cars and stuff like that, because I certainly wouldn't post if they repossessed the damn thing, right? I wouldn't be like, look at them take my car. So why would I post them bringing it, right?
Right.
So, but vacations and just
Yes.
really good things that you get to enjoy without destroying it behind alcohol.
Right.
You know, like you getting lit and you destroy your whole vacation or a holiday. That stuff is like not having to worry about people calling you the next day saying, do you remember what you did last night, or what you said last night, or, you know, you said this or you did that. How good does that feel to be free from that?
That's an amazing feeling, because we had a wonderful evening last night, and it was so nice because we walk around, we hold, we just being there with each other, going for dinner, putting the phone down and talking.
Yeah.
It's just so important. And if I was lit, he'd probably be trying to pick me up off the damn floor. Like, come on, let's go. It's time to go home.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's nice to be able to have those moments. And you're right. Too many people worry about money too much. Where the time is what's most important. Time together, time. New memories, new moments, which is amazing because I'm able to show up for again today, sober, and not worry about me being mouthy or saying, stuff that I shouldn't say to people I love, where I let that anger that I have in my, in my soul, I take it out on other people. And it's not right. It's not right to treat other people badly.
That's right. Your little girl showed up. It's not right to treat other people badly. I get it now. I get it. I'm not going to do that. I play nice in the sandbox now.
Right.
Right? I play nice.
I won't rip your Barbie's head off.
Right. I will not rip your Barbie's head off or take it completely.
I used to do that to my cousin.
And kick you out with sand.
Yeah. My cousin don't let me forget that. You remember when you used to rip my Barbie's heads off?
They never let you forget that either.
No.
It's always going to be a reminder conversation. I love it. I love it. So tell me, when you wake up in the morning, right? What is your first connection to peace?
When probably when I wake up and I open the blinds and just take a breath. I take a breath. I look over at my husband. I check my messages. My kids we're always saying good morning. Those are my things. That's what I live for. Is my family is so important to me, and I don't know, being able to, just the fact that I'm sober and my phone's on, it's not off.
That's right. That's right.
You know, and breathing, being able to take that breath and just be like, it's gonna be a good day. We got it.
That's right. I'm so glad that you came. The time went by so fast. So if you could just take a moment, and there's a family out there who has somebody who's struggling with addiction, active, what would you tell them?
Don't give up on them. Don't get angry because it's not about them. It's about the addict, the alcoholic that's suffering in their soul. And just continue to tell them that you love them, and just continue to guide them to get help. Mm-hmm. Don't be forceful. Just do it with love. I think doing it with love will get them there faster.
I love that. I love that. I appreciate you coming here today.
Thank you.
You did an amazing job. And it was painless, see?
Yes, it was great.
Welcome to Recovery Life, girl. Hey, look at that. Oh, my God. So I just wanted to take a second to talk to the viewers and say, don't ever give up on your loved ones is right, because you're looking at a product of 27 rehabs. 27. And now I am an addiction counselor, and I go out there in that world that we live in, and I love unconditionally people who don't know how to love themselves on a daily basis, and I'm going to continue to do that along with people like Sheri here. We are not stopping. We're going to continue to move forward with this movement because it is very important. And I just want to say thank you for joining us on another episode of Recovery Life. Ciao.